You know, it's rare when you see someone excel not once, not twice, but actually in 3 different boxing careers. That takes a special individual. And I think that it's easy to see that he's left his mark. He was born November 15th, 1966, in North Miami Beach, Florida. He was later adopted and moved to a small town near St. Louis. But he was not happy there, moved back to Florida. He'll tell you that he wished he got into boxing earlier because when he did get involved, he started moving his life in a positive direction. Even an 0-3 start as an amateur fighter did not discourage him. He started taking his training and everything about boxing more seriously, eventually improving. And to this date, he is the only man from Little Charlotte County, Florida, to win 2 state Golden Gloves titles. He joined future Hall of Fame inductees like Winky, Wright, and David Santos on the Florida State team. He decided to step out of the ring and focus on being a trainer. He opened his first boxing gym in a small storage facility. Had very little to work with equipment-wise, but still produced some really great fighters. Champions like Theo Kruger and the 6'6" heavyweight David Six James, who had the longest reach of any boxer, professional or amateur, that we've been able to find. Later, with the financial help of 2 local doctors, he opened the Peace River Boxing Club and continued his success. After stepping aside from training, he began what I think is one of the toughest careers you can have. For almost 20 years, he traveled the state putting up and taking down boxing rings. That is brutal work. It was hard finding those who would help him. Often, he had to build the ring by himself. These days, he spends a lot of his time looking after me. He started driving me to my shows when I fell ill. He'd carry my bags or other accessories. He's been with me for over 25 years, and I couldn't ask for a better friend. It's a big honor to have him join me. Now we are the only 2 residents of Charlotte County, Florida, inducted into the Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame amateur champion, trainer, and ring provider, Marc Hager.
Take me out tonight, where there's music and there's people and the young and the light. Driving in your car, I never want to go home, because I haven't got one anymore. Take me out tonight, because I want to see people and I want to see life.
I apologize. At the back in January, this guy told me just to wave my hands up and said thanks and would sit down. So, but yeah, then he hacked on me at the end of the thing. So I wrote a few notes down. I'd just like to say thanks for recognizing my wife Darlene's death about 4 years ago to the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. And our daughter Michelle got married a few months back. I had to apologize to her about a few days later. As I was walking her down the aisle, I felt like I was walking her to the ring. So I had my fight face on instead of being a happy father for my daughter. I apologize for that, sweetheart. I love you with all my heart, and I always want you to be happy. And to my granddaughter, I admire your competitiveness and your fight in you. You remind me of me and your mother. I always love you. I always tease her. She's almost as pretty as I am, but she is a gorgeous woman. She's a heartbreaker. Sorry. I'd like to say thanks to Frank Gentile and Kathy for keeping me in the sport, setting up the ring. Knowing them has been like a second family to me, and it's great to know them. I got to train with Joe Clow, 3-time national coach of the year, for about 2 years. Learned a lot from him. He's a great coach. And I'd like to thank my father, Mark Clay, and my Aunt Jimmy and her husband, Joe Mullinex, for coming all the way up here to see me win this award. Happy anniversary to David and Gigi Graham, 39 years of marriage. They're spending their anniversary here, watching me collect this award. And like I said, this will probably be the last award that I ever get for the rest of my life. So I really do appreciate it. Thanks. I'm not going to stand up here and name off all the names. I'll be too long. But with all the guys that I've trained, thanks for being there. It was fun watching you. And y'all have a good night.
Congratulations.